first thing you're going to do once you go to TradingView.com, you're going to click join for free. Once you click join for free, you're going to sign up using Google, using your email, using Facebook or whatever. Then you're going to go ahead and create your username, and then you can also even upload a photo if you would like. And then from there, you're just going to click on continue. Now it's going to take you to the main screen where you see your watch list on your right hand side. In order to get to the charts, you're going to go to the top where you see products, and then you're going to click on chart. Then it's going to bring you to the main screen where you see your watch list on your right hand side, and then the price data in the middle of the screen. The first thing that we're going to do is change this to dark mode by going to the top left hand corner and clicking on your icon logo, and then going down to dark mode, and then clicking on that tab to enable dark mode theme. Now once we got dark mode settled, we're going to add the first indicator, which is the 3 moving averages. In order to add the 3 moving averages, you have to go to the top of the screen where you see indicators, and then that's where we're going to go from there. So right here is where you're going to type in 3 moving, and once you type in that, you should automatically see the person's name highlighted in blue on the right hand side. His name is Advent Trading. That's the one that we want to add. And before you click on it, click on the star on the left hand side of that. That way you can add it to your favorites. So if you make a mistake and delete something, all you have to do is go to your favorites and it'll automatically be there. You don't have to do this process over again. So now what we want to do is go ahead and edit the 3 moving averages indicator so we can adjust the settings to my settings. All you have to do is go to the TEMA that you see on the top left hand side of the screen where it says TEMA. Once you hover over it, you should see a gear icon. Go ahead and delete volume. If you see volume up there, go ahead and delete that. After you delete that, hover over TEMA, go to the settings icon, and now we're going to change the settings. Length 1, which is at 50, we're going to change that to 7 because we want the 7-day moving average, not the 50-day moving average. Then we're going to go to length 2, and we're going to change that from 100 and change it to 30, which is the 30-day moving average. And then for length 3, we're going to keep that the same for the 200-day moving average. For source low, source 2 low, and then source 3, we're going to change that to high. Then we're going to go to style, and we're going to click on the first EMA. We're going to change that to green. Make sure the opacity is at 100, and we're going to choose the 3rd thickest line. Once we do that, we're going to go to EMA 2. We're going to turn that to yellow. We're going to make that the 3rd thickest line and keep the opacity the same. Then we're going to move to EMA 3 and make that a royal blue. Make the opacity 100 and choose the 3rd thickest line. Then we're going to go to visibility, and usually you shouldn't have to change anything in these settings, so you should just click OK, and then you're good to go. Now you see that your 3 moving averages are different. You got green, yellow, blue, and like I said, the green represents the 7-day moving average of the price, the yellow represents the 30-day moving average of the price, and the blue line represents the 200-day moving average of the price. Now the second indicator that we want to add is Bollinger Bands on MACD by Dread Blitz. All you have to do is type in Bollinger, and you should kind of see it pop up at the bottom. Like I said, highlighted in blue, and on the right hand side, the name is Dread Blitz. Go ahead and put a star next to it. Now, if you make a mistake and delete the indicator by mistake by hitting the X, I'm going to show you how to re-add it. So go ahead and delete it. All you have to do is go back up to your indicators and go to your favorite list, and then it should be there since you put a star next to it. Just click on it one time, and then it should reappear on your charts. Now the next indicator that we want to add, you're going to type in the same thing, Bollinger Bands, and then you should see on the right hand side highlighted in blue a name called ucsgears. Go ahead and put a star next to that, and then click on it one time. Once you click on it one time, we're going to scroll down and highlight it and click on the gear settings icon, and we're going to make the inputs, keep that the same, and we're going to move over to style. Once we move over to style, we're going to turn the first color to green, and we're going to make that letter from an S to a capital P as in pawpaw, which means put, meaning that the stock is going to go down. For the second color, we're going to turn that red, and we're going to make that a capital C, which means call, meaning that the stock is going to go up. In this example, I told the person the wrong letters, so we had to wait for them to switch it around. So once you fix that, you're going to go to color 0, and you're going to turn that black, and you're going to make that opacity 0. Then you're going to move over to the next background color, 0. You're going to make that green, and you're going to make that, you're going to keep that opacity the same. Then you're going to move over to the last background color, and you're going to make that red. And then you're going to change that opacity to 30. Now you're going to scroll down to move to the gray plot area. You're going to turn that gray plot to black, and then you're going to make that opacity 100. Then you're going to keep everything the same, and you're going to move all the way down to the plot's background. Once you're on a plot's background, you're going to make that green, and you're going to make that opacity between 45 to 50%. And then for the last background, you're going to make that ocean blue, and you're going to do the same thing with the opacity between 45 to 50%. Then go ahead and click on OK. Now you have all three of your indicators added. In my next video, I will explain in more detail each of these three indicators and how they kind of work in relation to the stock price. But now, if you see any type of advertisements, go ahead and hit an X, because that's what happens with the free version. Right now, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and add more time intervals to your chart. So instead of just currently being on the daily chart, I want you to go ahead to the top of the screen, and that shows you the different time intervals. Right now, I just switched it to the weekly chart. So now each bar represents a week. I want you to go ahead and put a star next to these key time intervals. I want you to put a star next to the 1 week chart. I want you to put a star next to the 2 hour. I want you to put a star next to the 1 day. And I want you to put a star next to the 1 month. Now at the top of your screen, you can easily switch between time intervals instead of having to click like we just did. They're all added to the top of your screen. Right next to that, we're going to change how the bars currently look. There's different types of bars that people like, but a good foundation to have is Heikin-Ashi. Heikin-Ashi is a really good bar chart style that kind of makes it easier to read when the stock is going down and when the stock is going up. Also, if you ever make a mistake and zoom in on a particular indicator and like everything is zoomed in and you don't know exactly what you did. All you did was you made a mistake and double clicked on the black part of the screen, and it basically zoomed in on that one particular indicator, so everything else disappears. If that ever happens, all you have to do is double click on any part of the black space around that indicator, and it's going to go back to the original screen where it's showing you all three of your indicators, so you don't have to panic thinking that you made a mistake and deleted something. Now we want to go ahead and go to chart settings so we can set up the overall charts. This part is easy. On the left hand side, you're already on symbol, and basically the only things that you're gonna uncheck, you're gonna uncheck last, and you're gonna uncheck pre/post market. Uncheck those two, and then you're gonna highlight high and low, and you're also gonna highlight bid and ask. And then you're gonna also click on adjust for dividends. Now you're going to go to the status line on the left hand side of the screen, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click on a volume. Uncheck arguments. The background, change the slider a little bit to the left. Go to the left hand side, click on scales. Uncheck pre-post markets, check high and low price, uncheck indicators and financials value. Go ahead and scroll down. Go ahead, go to the left hand side, go to appearance, click on gradient. Make that pure black. Then go to vertical grid lines. Make that opacity between 60 to 70%, depending on how you like it. And then for the horizontal grid lines, you're gonna make that red, and you're gonna make the opacity around 80% to 90%. Now for the crosshair, this is up to you. The crosshair is basically how you want the mouse to look when you hover over the price. I like something that's easy on my eyes, so you can know I like the orange, I like white, highlight, I like high purple, anything that kind of stands out that doesn't really camouflage the price too much for you when you're hovering over something. Red, it's not really good because you got red bars. Green is not really good because you got green bars. So like that's why I choose like a crazy color, like something that stands out: orange, red, yellow, purple. You can even keep it at white if you like. It's all up to the person. Once you've chosen your color, you're gonna click on those little dots next to it just to make sure that it's on a dash line. Then you're gonna make sure if you can uncheck watermark, and then for the text, make sure that the text is white. Make sure it's at 12. For the lines, make sure that's the same. Usually it is. Go ahead and scroll all the way down. Everything should be good. Go ahead and go to the left hand side to trading. When you go to trading, uncheck the buy and sell button, uncheck position, uncheck orders, uncheck brackets, uncheck executions. Then go ahead and scroll down more. Go ahead to the left hand side to events, and then you're going to enable earnings breaks, and then click on K. Now everything is set up. You got your three indicators, and you have your overall chart settings. You have your watch list on your right hand side, and then you have the free version with the constant ad popping all the time. Go ahead and go to the left hand side, choose that little magnet icon, hit got it, go over again until you see the little arrow, and you want a strong magnet, not a weak magnet. And that way when you're hovering over the price, it kind of magnetizes and locks at a good rate, kind of like an even number type of thing. It's easier to gauge where you think the price is going to fall to, or where you think the price is going to elevate to, by using the strong magnet function. Go ahead and go to the right hand side at the top of your screen, click on save, and then all the work that we just did, you want to go ahead and name this chart. So if something happens or any of that in that nature, you can go back here and load a previous loadout. It's kind of like a save memory, so you can load your previous loadout chart. Just in case for you try to do some editing and you don't like the way that was.